Interesting. Okay, so this. Okay. All right. This is interesting. Okay. What's up, y'all? It is early witching hour, like early morning, late in the witching hour. And I know that a couple of my sisters are still up. And so probably should have told y'all I was going live. I don't know if there was, if that one that I did a few minutes ago actually went up because I'm not buying that StreamYard thing because I actually have like I have the mini cam and there's a way to stream directly from mini cam, so I'll figure that out because I'm not going to be paying them and paying mini cam and all that stuff. So this is High Priestess Jamila. And oh, and another thing, there is a way still to go live from YouTube. Like you don't have to have an encoder, and you don't have to have StreamYard. You just have to click on webcam, and it'll let you go live. I think a lot of people don't know about that feature. I don't know, but guys, it doesn't scare me at all. But I had to come and talk to y'all about some people that don't have a soul. Yeah, I want to talk about this. People that don't have a soul. They don't have a soul, y'all. They don't. Um, they only pretend that they have a soul. And I believe that God wanted me to talk about this because for some reason it's been going through my head over and over again. Only God has the last word. Only God has the last word. Only God has the last word. You know, and that's definitely spirit guides that will come and, you know what I'm saying, give you that information and encouragement because, you know, looking around at people, you know, I just think that there are some people that don't have souls. There's a woman that's been stalking me, and she literally just got exposed for trying to set me up to get killed. Are y'all understanding me? She set me up to get killed. She even admitted it. What else could she do? She was exposed for what she did. And all of a sudden, she ups and contacts me. I don't talk about this woman. I don't unless she's talking about me, and I've been extremely busy. And so she calls me and she's like, oh, I want to make amends. You know, we're sorry for what we did and da 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 da. Literally, I haven't said much of anything. You know, I could have said more. But of course, if you tried to kill somebody, you couldn't possibly be sociopathic enough to not understand why they would be a little pissed off at you or why they wouldn't want anything to do with you. This woman goes and literally after being exposed for trying to kill me, she has the gall and the nuts to come back out in social media, not only continue to lie on me, but then try to do even, you know, do more, you know, harm because she's upset because she was rejected. They don't have souls. You know, a person with the characteristics of a soul, they're not going to keep lying about something for 6 years straight. They're not going to try to kill somebody just out of the blue. Okay, I'm talking about a human. You know, animals kill each other because they're animals. But if you're a human born without a soul, and you can tell because they usually have this really blank look in their eyes, almost staring into nothing. And they will do anything. They will do anything. Because, okay, the reason why you or I wouldn't do that is because your soul is energy. It's what makes you alive, is your soul. And when you actually have a soul, you have some sort of consciousness. Okay, this is the difference between being dead and being conscious. And this person would do something so horrific. You would think, because I believe that the reason why this person was exposed was because people were saying, go away. I mean, honestly, you would really honestly think that she would go away. She's not. And the reason why is because she does not have a soul. Your soul does a lot. It preserves your body. Your soul preserves your body that you're currently in, which is what is responsible for, you know, your, what do you call that? You know, your survival mechanisms, you know, self-preservation. And so when you have a soul, you know, your organs are going to function in a different way. And you're not going to be so distant from reality and just evil that you would actually do that and then lie on a person and like literally came back and see there is a certain way that we have to deal with people that don't have a soul. Mm-mm. There's a certain way that we have to deal with people that don't have a soul, because those people are very dangerous. They will try to show up at your house, and these people have been known to kill people. You know what I'm saying? They would kill you, like literally physically murder you, and told me on the phone, I will kill you and your children. And it's just so, you know, very bizarre. Number one, that they think they're going to get away with it, because you know, I think that when it's time for you to learn a lesson, it's truly time for you to learn a lesson. Okay, they have no shame. Okay, falling in love, having a baby, crying, getting upset when people are attacking you. Those are all things that people will do when they have a soul. People with a soul, they laugh, they cry, they have a consciousness. They wouldn't dare continue to lie and not be able to ever tell the truth, ever. That actually, I believe that it is a demonic thing, but it's not anything that you can necessarily blame on demons, because for a person to literally not have a soul and to literally be a person that is operated, their whole body is operated by demons. It's not a real person, because you know, Saint Raphael tells us that we actually have the power to self-heal ourselves, our bodies. And when you think about it, a lot of these people, we're actually, you know what, I'm gonna say it. Man, that's gonna be a controversial one, but I think it's got to be said. It's got something to do with medical witchcraft is tied in there with it, because I believe, and I'm not saying that if you're a person that, has a doctor or has a medical condition that you don't have a soul. I am not saying that. But I do think that, because there was a period in my life when I was dealing with anxiety, and I run into, people contact me all the time for healing. This is essentially what I'm doing. Even when I do money work for you, it's healing. Shit is crazy. When I was younger, probably about more than 10 years ago. It stopped over 10 years ago, but I would have anxiety and I would go to the hospital. I would be so scared that I was going to die. And it was anxiety. And I think that when you are going through these ascensions and when you're going through certain things in life, and when you're seeing trauma, or either you're experiencing trauma or either you have experienced trauma, I think that that is the moment where the soul can be taken. Those are the moments, depending on what's going on. And for some reason, for me, it was tied into the hospital and doctors and stuff like that. So, and of course, being that my spiritual path is that of healing, it would make a lot of sense. But I think that that is one of the things that people want to be careful with, because, I've seen people act normal their entire lives, and then all of a sudden they start doing evil shit, and it's like a totally different person. And you're like wondering what is wrong with this person. Why is this person being so evil? It is because that person's soul has been snatched clean out of their fucking body. And I really think that, first of all, you don't necessarily need Jesus to save your soul. He may be able to help you, but ultimately you save your own soul. If you don't understand the value of it, the value of being human, and why you should not try to have people killed, and then you get mad when you're actually so far removed from reality. This is where a person can't think; they just function, and they just literally function. And it's just so bizarre, because I like that within itself. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. If you have called my phone, if you have came to me about anything, I don't care if you was even trying to play a joke or a game with me, please believe that God was testing you. And I'm gonna tell you something. Being a high priestess, I have to keep a lot of secrets for people. I do. And I would never, never reveal these secrets, ever. This is what makes me a high priestess, because I can hold water when it comes to, my business. And this is the reason why, I'm where I'm at, and it drives people crazy and it makes them jealous. But, my spirits was testing this woman. Evidently, she was being tested, and literally went and just no understanding of being a human being. Hey, Orion's daughter, grand morning. What time is it? Ain't it like almost 5 a.m.? I gotta go in here. I hope that's not the red cycle. I don't think it is. I gotta go in and put fabric softener in. So I am up doing laundry. What are you doing? What y'all up to? I know that I couldn't sleep tonight, but it wasn't because I was upset about anything. I've just been getting light work done. And I can tell you that, it's you don't have to be a psychic to know where these folks are going or where they're headed, seriously. Like, and my spirits, they were communicating with me, during that time, and they were like, if she does this, this, and that, she can't be saved. That's what they told me. They said, test her and see what she does, because she's asking you to save her. She's came to you and apologized. She said that I'm not like that. I've went through a change. I've changed. I've gotten better. But it was all manipulation, because she hasn't. Okay. Now, people that are born without a soul, yeah, they are under possession, but usually these people are doing some of the most horrific, despicable things. And you got to check yourself. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel more sorry for people that are born without a soul than people that lose their soul. Because if you're born without a soul, and I think that's probably pretty rare, okay, but I think that what happens for the most part is that people get their shit taken. And then you be running around here, you have no self-awareness, you have, you're doing all kind of stuff that makes no sense, and then you wonder why bad things happen to you, why you're sick, why you're having bad luck. Hey, Jacretia, good morning. And I really think that when you're dealing with somebody like that, I would not want. For me, I'll never answer my phone for it again. I'll never do it again. For me, it's not that I would be afraid of that type of person. It would just be, it's anything could jump on you very easily, because, these people, they're just like vehicles for these entities to just run in and out of them. And of course, if you are demonic, if you are possessed by a intranquil spirit or a spirit, those entities hate people like me, because I banish them. They don't like it. They hate you, and usually that's another way you can tell that a person is demonically possessed, is if they are, raging against you, spitting and farting, and you ain't really said nothing to them. And I think that that's definitely possession, when you just continuously lie. Like, it is insane that this person lies so much, lies, and then tried to have me killed. Like, y'all got to actually think about that. I mean, and then if you wanted me to get killed, then you just really need help. Get the spiritual help, get yourself cleansed, and something on you. For real. Because, and I was actually, thinking about something earlier, and I was thinking about, what if, my mother would have went ahead and aborted me? Then I wonder what or who would have been used to, like, carry this out. You know what I'm saying? Because probably just be somebody else. I don't know. I know for a fact it's my fate that I'm here, and everything, is for a higher purpose. And yeah, because, and literally this person was like, we would never do anything like this to you. We are so sorry, and literally, you don't have the right to say anything to a person, anything, after you tried to have them killed. People are going to look at you like, whoa. And then to try to shift the blame to other people and try to shame me for something stupid, but you literally tried to have somebody killed. And who's co-signing this? Who is telling these people that this is okay? Surely it's not obvious that this is bizarre behavior. Yeah, it's free will, so demons have free reign and they have no protection. The very demons they call on swallow them. God gave them over already because they didn't make a choice. Yeah. Well, I guess it's just luck of the draw. You know what I'm saying? I know that this person, I could tell that it was some kind of demonic possession because this person is sick and they're just literally falling apart. And I think that that is a part of why people feel sorry for this person. But if, you don't have the right to try to have somebody killed and then come back after they said, hey, you tried to have me killed, I don't want anything to do with you, and then you get mad, that's when you know that they're really soulless because they have no recognition. They don't have any understanding and literally will just go on and on and on and run their mouth and just go on and on and on. And if you sit back and you ask them, you say, hey, don't you think that you might need to seek some help because you tried to have someone killed and then told another lie? So this person is obviously dealing with past trauma and abuse in her childhood. Obviously, that can come under any race. I personally believe that whoever her pawpaw is, she keeps showing pictures of, probably done did something because she's having specific memories of child abuse and then trying to transfer it to me. And years ago, this person actually, it was so soulless that they created an account, a troll account, and they kept coming and saying, you lock your son in the closet. There was no reason for anybody to believe that because it never happened. And nobody has ever seen that. It's like, why would I put a kid in the closet, And so it was a situation to where, obviously this is where, feel like this is how real child abuse gets slipped under the rug. Because this person was advocating for my ex, who I believe she's screwing because she bragged about having sex with my daughter's father. And years ago, she lied and told everybody that he was a good father. And I actually lost control of that situation. And thank God, my daughters trust me. Because otherwise, I would have no input in that. And he was abusive to them, totally tried to fuck them up. And so not only, is it obvious that this soulless woman hates my children and doesn't care about them. And how do you just randomly pick somebody and to do that to them, and for years, this woman would go around and say she doesn't love her kids when, first of all, everybody that knows me knows how much I love my children. So that was a total false. And I don't have to die for them to prove that. Because, there's a lot of people who say, well, I would die for my kids. Well, of course you would. Of course you would die for them, especially defending them, especially protecting them. But, to be honest with you, I'm going to live for my kids. It's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live for them. And I'm talking about actually and really live and be woke and not be dead inside. I've never even been that way. I am far too sensitive. I think that if I would have done that, what she did, the exact same thing, I think that I would be so riddled with guilt that I would probably need to get some counseling or some therapy if I had done that. Like, even if, because I used to ask myself, like, is she being forced to do this? Because I do believe that eventually, and you know what? I might go ahead and return her soul to her body so she can go ahead and wake up and go ahead and get that empathic work. have her in bed for a couple of years, crying herself to sleep every night so she can feel. So, there's all sorts of ways of getting your enemies. If the problem with doing work on them is that if the soul is removed, they're only going to be suffering from circumstances in their life, and they still won't get it because they're messed up. But when you actually do bring somebody's soul back, and you say, God has given this person their soul back so that they can, that may be a way of stopping them, because I think that right now at this point, she's just operating on a very demonic level to the point where, she's subject to do anything. And the scary part about it is that she was trying to get me to meet up with her just a couple of months ago. And thank God for certain people, they were like, no, she literally was trying to have you killed. Oh yeah, Spirit got a plan for her. They gonna get her. They gonna get her. Trust me. They gonna take control of that situation. I have faith in that. Because to see somebody that's suffering that much, that is constantly, chasing you, it's almost like, what is it that you want me to do now? I feel like it can be dangerous, because the stuff that she did, obviously her heart chakra was closed off. She didn't care. She did not care who she hurt, even though she knew she was trying to hurt an innocent person and children. She knew that. She did. She absolutely, you know what I'm saying? Her mind knew it, and so when the soul comes back, because, this is something that I was actually reading about, and this could possibly be the key, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know that Hecate, she controls the dead and the spirits and all aspects of witchcraft. And so, from what she's saying is even when their soul is put their soul back in their body, because their souls are down under in the underworld, because it was sold. It was either sold or given away or either snatched away. And so she's like, okay, I got the key. You can come on down here. Here's this person's soul right here. Put it back in the body, and this person will actually feel something that will, make them, think twice. And you know what I'm saying? Because that's crazy. I said, I was just like this. I said, you're just insane. And I was thinking to myself, and it's kind of weird and strange, because the person that she was talking about knows that nothing like that would ever go on. I don't understand why he didn't check her, but it's all good. It is. It's all good. Like I said, only God has the last word. And so she's dredged this stuff back up again, because, the whole situation that they were trying to create was a flop. It was a total flop. It was, and it didn't work for them. And so now they don't know what to do. And the best thing to do would be to walk away. But being that their bodies are so riddled with demons, it's an obsession. They can't do it. See, for me, I comment on it every now and then when I have to, but y'all notice how whenever this comes back around, I always deal with it, and then they go away. They go away. Oh, by the way, guys, I ordered another Lakshmi statuette, and I ordered a Saint Expeditious statuette. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make him an altar, because I absolutely love Saint Expedite. He's a very good deity for if you are dealing with the spirit of procrastination, which it's actually a spirit. It really is. And especially when your spirit is ready, but then, that that slow spirit is just kind of like, really, because I was a late bloomer. I was a late bloomer, and I think they thought they had me. I got, I will tell you that I was missing bits and pieces of my soul, but not the whole thing. So I began to rebuild that, but some people are completely empty of that because y'all, I would feel so bad like attacking kids. And then the sick part about it is that their dad, my ex, knows all about this. He's so bitter, because I don't want to be with him anymore, that he's okay with it. Like, this chick was hanging with my ex. That's why I kept telling people. I was like, the moment that you saw her with Frankie, you should have pretty much knew what the deal was, but a lot of people still didn't know. And this boy is a Cancer, so if y'all are a supporter and y'all ever feel some type of way, y'all know that that's him, because he's a Cancer. He has very powerful telepathic powers. So to me, he's like a demon, or either he's possessed by demons, because he's pretty bad off right now in life. And of course, he's soulless too. He had a soul when I met him, when I conceived children with him, but he lost it. So, yeah, I realized that. I said, yeah, and you know what? When I get off of here, because oh my God, y'all, I want to talk about, what's her name? Ooh, Madame LaLaurie. I want to do a show about her because I was up late when Scorpio Witch was over here. They were asleep. I was up late watching just, specials on that. But what the heck was I going to say about that? It was something I was going to say about that having to do with Madame LaLaurie. Anyway, some people, I believe that she was soulless for the stuff that she did. You would have to be in a place of complete apathy to torture anybody to death. You would have to be. Some of the horrific things, and y'all, I didn't even know when I was watching American Horror Story that it was a true story. I was like, this shit is real. I was like, that's crazy. But when I get off of here, I'm gonna do research because I gotta go hang some clothes on the line, y'all. I got my washer and dryer coming next week. I'm so excited. My new washer and dryer, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit of research on soulless people because, Hecate definitely did come through. And, she's been kind of talking to me about that and about things that can be done. Because if somebody lost their soul and they have no idea how to get it, then they're going to try to feed off of your energy. So, that's why she has literally been trying to attach herself to me. And what was crazy about it is that this person lied about knowing me to me. And I'm like, what is this? I've never, and you know what? In all my years, I've never met somebody like her. Never. It is downright a spiritual wonder. She's definitely Wonder Woman. She's a spiritual Wonder Woman because that is just like, damn. Can you imagine if the government turns up that damn thing? Because they already been reacting to it. These soulless people react to it harder and worse. She done went out and actually killed somebody. And I'm going to be honest with you, I believe that she has killed somebody before. That's just crazy. It's fascinating to me at the same time, spiritual stuff, but it's crazy at the same time, you know. Yeah. Yeah, literally I was like, okay, can you admit to the public that you don't know me? Shani, what do you mean I don't know you? Are you serious? It was another jaw dropping moment, you know. So you've never met a person, right? Never met them. They don't know you. Just you've never met them. And you're going to tell them, the person that you're making up this lie about. You're going to say it to their face that you know them. And then one time, she actually sat on the phone with me, probably because she thought she was being recorded, because she's very afraid of people finding out that she doesn't actually know me. But everybody already knows. Like, I'm pretty sure that Tiffany has already let that cat out of the bag. So I don't even understand, you know, it's just weird to me. But it's just like, this is a spiritual anomaly that I haven't seen before, because I'm going to be honest with you, I have dealt with so many different people in this situation. We have had beefs, and, you know, there have been people that have actually came to me and apologized and said, I'm so sorry for what I did to you. She will not do that. She will not budge, and spirit gonna keep working on her. And I think she wants the work. I think she probably wants the help, but she doesn't know how to ask for it. And it would be extremely dangerous for me to go anywhere near her, because at the same time, she wants my help, but then again, she wants to kill me. But then again, she wants to know me. But then again, she wants to be me. Because, you know, that little detail is like for a purpose. You know, am I going to like do readings on it? No, because we already know what the issue is, and it's not supposed to make sense. You know, usually something demonic doesn't make sense, and it doesn't have an intent. Y'all have seen demonic attacks before and what they can do to people. The intent is usually to kill. Okay, it's not to make their life better. It's usually to kill. So even though, you know, she may be getting directed to do something for herself, but the fact that she doesn't have that basic human quality about herself to where, you know, she can, you know, and I think she's going to definitely make herself look worse, because it'll all be exposed then, because, you know, she admitted to squatting with my, the father of my daughters, and, you know, they were having some issues that I had to help them with. And, you know, it just was like, you know, you just don't get it. You just don't get it, do you? You just don't get it. I feel like Michael Keaton in, what's the name of that movie? The Stalker, with Glenn Close. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Fatal Attraction. But she just doesn't get it. And you know what? I remember when my ex was stalking me, he didn't get it either. He was just totally confused. He was like, huh? I don't understand why I can't follow you around. I was like, it's like the brain gets wiped clean. I don't know what it is. And, you know, but I just, you know, I want to say this, that if you see a single mother in the situation that you saw me in, okay, obviously the single mother is not abusing her children, but just reach out to, you know, lend your support, because a lot of us are going through things like that. Like, I was literally railroaded, literally, when it came to them, and it made it extremely difficult for me to protect my daughters. And I think that that's what it wants. It wants to misuse your daughters, especially. And so I'm always watching them like a hawk, no matter what happens. If it's one set of people that I will always ride or die for, it's gonna be my children and my husband. So they don't get it. They don't. They honestly don't get it. And those are the type of people that will do stuff, and the actions that they will take will put you and your family in danger. And women are extremely vulnerable to that because, society was kind of on that kick of let's degrade single moms, but those kids are safest with their mom, especially if their father has been to jail for stabbing somebody. I've never told that here, but my ex actually went to jail for stabbing somebody before. Now, he claims that it was in self-defense, but, God only knows what it really is because, he could have been lying. Yeah, and I think that that's just crazy. So, obviously, if you have children with somebody like this, you want to be careful to not allow them to be exposed to that side. And I think that women do have the right to choose that for their children, to the point where it's like, okay, your father. So a lot of this stuff I didn't even find out until the children were here. And of course, that would be cause for concern. I don't, what if he's violent to my children? Nobody thought about that while they were going against me in hatred. They didn't care about what happened to the children. They didn't. The only person that did care was me and a lot of you in social media. But the thing of it was that this chick was, she was, but you know what? It was, God kept giving me, God has kept giving me, confirmation. Nothing that she ever did worked, but unfortunately, my children did have to be exposed to, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that if you have a father that has those kind of problems, I think that the meeting or either the reunion should come when the children are old enough to where they're not impressionable, because, you never know what they can pick up from them. And, Spirit was like, she's just going to make herself look worse. Trying to make you look bad, she's going to make herself look worse, because a lot of this stuff, it was literally something that was, I guess it was in God's hands. It was just fate. And, thank God that, my children are doing good. Of course, we had our challenges and everything, but, and I would never, I wouldn't go into detail about that, but, at the end of the day, no matter how the father is, you're still going to love your children, like to the moon and back. You're going to love them. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be their source of hope. You're going to be their source of knowledge, of wisdom, of, information. And, even though you may think they're not listening to you, they're still listening. So everything that you say that makes sense, everything you say, they're going to take that in and learn from that. So, yeah, I think it's terrible the way that people have literally abandoned their children, and it makes it so difficult, and not only just abandon your children. Some of these men, I'd be happy if they would abandon their children. Just leave them to their mama, leave them with their mama. Their mama loves them. She obviously don't want them children around you because of a reason, and the reason was proven. Because, even though there's a terrible parent, kids can still, you don't just say, oh, those kids are messed up because no, you give those children a chance. And you don't go, oh, well, that's who was chosen to be your father. So you have to know those kids need a chance in life. They don't need to meet that person until they're older, older and they've established themselves, and even then sometimes it can be dangerous. You know, sometimes it can be dangerous. So I don't know why this person called my phone. I just tripped off of that, called my business line. I'm gonna go ahead and block this person because they're calling from a different number than they used to have. All right. Anyway, and you say you're tired of being a ghost in people's chats and getting a message about it. Oh yeah. I haven't even seen you in any. Whose chat rooms have you seen your name in? Because I haven't seen it. Who's been doing that? In which chat? Or you can text me and tell me. You don't have to tell me here. You can just text me. So yeah, they will do stuff like that. I think it's that dude, that real crazy dude. He's just as crazy as a Bitsy bug. And you know what's crazy is that he will talk about her being a liar, but he's just as big of a liar. Like, just will lie to make something sound like something that it's not. And I'm sorry, I'm not entertained by lies. I'm not. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then especially when I know it's a lie. Yeah. Okay, so it hasn't been happening lately. Well, that's good. I'm gonna do some more research on this and get back with you guys because I think it's definitely going to be a very interesting topic to discuss. And then maybe even thinking of some kind of treatment. I have people that come to me to get me to do cleanses, healings, exorcisms on their family members all the time because they love them. Um, so there has to be some kind of treatment plan for that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe can figure it out, or maybe just ask through spirit because I realize that when people start to kind of behave in a way that it's not normal for them to, especially with people that your loved ones, especially your children. I don't ever like. I have people. My clients will have me do work on their children, their boyfriend, sometimes even their mother, but. I think it's important to understand that when you start doing them exorcisms and stuff, and if the person doesn't know that you're doing it on them, and like they don't have a real understanding when they release whatever entity that you have to cleanse off of them, it'll come out and it will threaten you. Even if because cleanses are a little passive aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Um, the exorcism incantation definitely does banish the spirit. But I think that if you're just lighting a candle on that person and that energy starts to pull off, and sometimes it can take up to 3 moon cycles to do that. And when it comes out, it can be pretty scary. So I think that it's definitely important. And I honestly don't know what the hell happened. I know that it is sort of like some kind of body snatchers or something type of thing. But I think it's more so like, take that person's energy out and then put this in, you know. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Orion's daughter. They have been the hardest to banish, but I already know because it's family involved and stuff. So, and there's some people that don't mind getting involved in family stuff and they need to stay out of it. I do feel sorry for some people that are trapped, and literally chained to demonic entities and they have no idea how to get out of it, because what if it's this? Okay, it's not just about being soulless, but what if you do have your soul? Like your soul is still in your body, but this entity, wants to occupy your body. See, I know that for me, I do always ask Hecate to possess me because she's very powerful. But just a wayward spirit like that, just, you don't know much about it and you haven't even considered it, all of a sudden your behavior just changes. You start possibly using drugs because, I don't think that people try drugs and then turn that way. I think that the demon actually gets them addicted to begin with. It's already there, persuading them to, do those things that are just going to harm their body. So, it is really sad. It really is. But I think that when you actually get to the point where you're trying to kill people, and I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. There have been more people that have been harmed because people will just sit around and kind of watch or look at it. And I've never asked anybody to defend me. Y'all know that. Never. I fight alone. I'm a fighter. Okay, I'm a fighter. So you know what I'm saying? But it's just it's something that we all have to be aware of, is what I really think. Yeah. Thank you, Orion's daughter. All right, y'all. I gotta go. If y'all notice, I did get August and July. Well, I got 4 of the August readings done, and I got all of July. So we're gonna get back to doing things 2 months in advance on this channel, as far as with readings. And then that way I can just, because you know what? If I upload like 24 readings or either 36 readings, I don't really have to do a lot of live shows. And live shows are fun. I actually like live shows. But, I'm literally with everything that's coming up because, guys, July, uh, y'all. In fact, I think I'm going to go back and listen to some of my readings that I did for July, because July is going to be off the chain. It is. And so it probably should have been a couple of days ago, or either like probably not at all, that I even, responded. But I think that it shows how good of a person that I am, especially when, I'm willing to talk to somebody and say, hey, it's not that I'm trying to be your best friend. It's just that, can you move on? You know what I'm saying? But then, they can't, they're literally stuck and obsessed, and they don't control their body or their mouth. Okay, keep in mind, when somebody is soulless like that, they don't have no control over their mouth. They're subject to say anything about anybody, and I mean, all we can do is speculate, but they want you to believe these things about people for some reason, and spirit just doesn't let that happen. That would be very unfair. That would mean that, that would mean that we actually do live in an unfair and unjust world. But I believe that the world is fair and just, but that's my perception of it, because that is what I'm experiencing. I'm no longer experiencing that discrimination anymore, because it was discrimination, and just a total lack of respect, and humanity. It really was. And so you don't want to be talking to nobody like that. Don't communicate with them at all. You shouldn't be communicating with somebody like that, because everything that you have to deal with, they're going to make it 10 times worse. When somebody, comes to you and, and they're talking to you about something, it's like a person that really is, really cares about you, they're going to encourage you to, look at the situation as it is and to be positive about it, instead of just, all negative like that. Yeah. Yeah, really, Orion's daughter, because that's crazy. But I remember one time, my guardian angel came to me and actually showed me my house before I even moved into it, and said, there's going to be a day when very soon that you are going to be safe. You're going to feel protected. You're going to feel, tranquility, serenity. You're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel stable. Because, I didn't grow up in a very financially stable environment. I didn't. So, and many of us didn't. And that should not have to affect you for the rest of your life. But I think that if you were, I feel like there is a spirit that will try to keep you in that, because it is a spirit that does hold you. It does. And it's over a lot of families. It is. It's over a lot of families. So, okay, y'all, it's time for me to go in here and get these clothes hung. I will see y'all later. And much later. Yeah, I'll see you guys much later, but the other readings are going to float up at some point today. So y'all have a happy Thursday. Just remember that spirit is going to be watching. And today, like when I lay down, go to sleep, wake up, it's all about focus, focus, focus. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's a good thing. You're very lucky if you have anything to focus on. If you do have that creative energy open, then go ahead and do it. Like anything, that would be considered creative, then do it, because, you never know what'll come of it. So, I love doing my readings for the channel. It's very relaxing, and it definitely helps me a lot. It even helps me. So, but, oh, and happy birthday to the Cancers. Y'all got y'all August readings first, because it's y'all birthday. And I love Cancer season. Cancer season can be very, very emotional, but it is also very healing. So, take advantage of that healing energy and what the universe is giving to us. Don't be, what do you call that? Don't be so prideful. I think that some people have that extreme pride to where they be blocking out their money. Like, money, I don't need no money. I'm a breatharian. I can just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and did y'all notice how food in the grocery stores was going up? Did y'all notice that? Definitely shot up. Oh, especially over here in Georgia, the Food prices and the taxes are not that expensive. So, you're going to want to be able to afford the best stuff because the other stuff is literally junk, you know? So, anyway, all right, y'all, gotta go. Y'all have a good evening. See y'all later. Love and light. Thank you for coming to Ryan's daughter. I'm a try to text you, girl. I need to charge up my phone. Is what I need to do. I had it charged up all day, but then I started playing with it and put that back on the charger. I'll see y'all later, okay? I'll try to text you, Ryan's daughter, and just kind of see what's going on because I haven't texted you in a while. So if you're up, I might call you. I'm not sure. I don't know if I feel like talking though. I've been talking all day. I've been doing readings, and then I did the readings for the channel, and then I did a couple of private readings. So my voice is done. I've used it all up, but I wasn't the only one trying to use my voice today to manifest. That was bizarre. Usually people use their own voices to manifest what they want, not yours. But yeah, I'm about to go drink me a big old glass of ice water. All right, y'all. Good night. Love and light.